So welcome everyone to tonight's Yoga Nidra. Um, I'm really happy to see you all after such a long absence. And I just wanted to talk a little bit first before we went into the practice about my intention for tonight's practice. I have been a long time, lifelong learner, and one of the people that I took some online courses with is a fellow by the name of David Crow. And he's probably best known for his company, which is called Floracopia, which he recently sold. And as with most yogis, I got introduced to essential oils in my yoga teacher training. And as I got to know some of the big name marketing outfits, I got a little turned off by the hype. And so I stumbled across David Crow, who really built his company by getting to know the growers of the flowers. He's a botanist by training, and he kind of kept his product very small because of his intention for sustainability and to use the oils as they're meant to be, just as a little bit. But anyway, he is just an amazing guy, and what I've enjoyed about him is the poetic way in which he looks at the oils because of his love of nature. So I recently came across a series of meditations that he did, and I just found this one called The 5 Flowers of Our Senses. And I thought, since we're in the middle of spring, we would start with that to welcome in our senses. I'm borrowing his images, but I want to make it clear I'm not using his meditation verbatim, because I edited it to fit into a Yoga Nidra script. But this meditation, he says, is based on Taoist medicine. Oh, he's also a Chinese medicine doctor as well, so he's Dr. David Crow. He likens each of the senses to a flower that opens and closes with the root of sensation made possible by the heartbeat. He sees the heart as the root that nourishes the senses, following a biorhythmic cycle of waking, sleeping, and dreaming as consciousness moves in and out of the sense organs. So one of the things that we will cue in this meditation is to tune in to your heartbeat. And if you can hear it or feel it, do so. I'm someone that has difficulty tuning into my heartbeat unless I have a stethoscope. So another way you can do that, if it doesn't distract you from the meditation, is you can take your pulse, because your pulse is actually at the same beating at the same rate as your heart. So if it's important for you to have a tactile stimulation, you can put your fingers on your pulse on the wrist as you're listening to the meditation when it calls out for the heart. So let's just start. So if you want to take any movement before we get into it, please do so. Maybe roll the shoulders back and down. Maybe move the neck a little bit. And then, if you like, I invite you to settle in for whatever position is most comfortable for you this evening. Maybe it's lying down. Maybe you'd rather be in a seat. If you're lying down, make sure you're comfortable, supported, and well covered. If you want an eye pillow, grab that. And then gently close your eyes. Just bring your attention to your breath. And take a moment to settle in, beginning to feel easeful in whatever position you're in. Be still. Let go of all thoughts, worry, and tension. Relax, trust, and let go. Breathe in fully and exhale with a deep sigh. And again. Inhale and exhale with a deep sigh, perhaps letting go even more. Feel a deep sense of contentment and peace in your heart. Now, if you'd like to set an intention for tonight's class, I invite you to bring into your mind words, images, or a felt sense. And if it's words, repeat them to yourself 3 times. Now I invite you to bring attention to the heart. Taking a few breaths in and out, maybe you can pair your breath with the heartbeat. Maybe not, it's not essential. And just notice the rhythm of the heart. As you notice the rhythm and beat of that beautiful heart that gives us the life force energy that sustains us, I invite you to direct your attention to the eyes. Feel the eyes nourished by the heartbeat as it brings life force into these organs. Your eyes are the flowers that open and close. Maybe you flitter your eyes open for a bit and notice the sensation as light enters the eyes. And then if you flick your eyes closed, notice that light is blocked from the eyes. Just feel into how the eyes perceive the outer world. Everything that we see through the eyes occurs 1 heartbeat at a time. Now I invite you to bring your attention back to the root, to the heart. Feel into the anchor of that heartbeat, bringing life force energy with each beat. And then I invite you to direct your attention to the ears. Feel the ears nourished by the heartbeat as it brings life force to the ears. While the ears do not open and close, they allow our experience of sounds in the outer world. Take a moment to notice the flow of different sounds. Some may be far away, in the distance, and then there are those that are closer. Maybe alternate between listening to distance and closeness. As you focus on close sounds, maybe you notice sounds in the body. Just notice, no judgment. Feel the flow of sound coming in from the outer world. Listen to these sounds, knowing that everything we hear is brought to our ears 1 heartbeat at a time. Now I invite you to bring attention to the heart again, once again tuning in to the pulses and beats of that heart, that sacred heart that is responsible for sustaining our life. I now invite you to direct your attention to the nostrils. Feel the nostrils and the entire olfactory system from the nose up through the brain, the sinuses. All of these essential parts are nourished by the heart as it brings the life force to enable the sense of smell. Notice whatever fragrances surround you at this time without judgment. As the sense of smell is brought into your awareness, notice how fragrance comes and goes. Our awareness of fragrance is brought to our nostrils 1 heartbeat at a time. I invite you to redirect your attention back to your heart. Again, feeling that beat, steady and sure, bringing life force throughout your entire body. And I invite you now to direct your attention to the tongue that allows a sense of taste. The heartbeat brings awareness of taste with each flavor it tastes first thing in the morning through your waking hours. Notice any background taste that may be lingering, arising or dissolving in the mouth right now. Again, we can thank the heartbeat for bringing this sensation into our consciousness. Again, I invite you to return your attention to the heart, feeling into that heartbeat, breathing with the heart. I now invite you to direct your attention to the skin which covers our entire body and allows the sensation of touch. Feel the sense of touch from the surface you are resting on to the clothes on your skin. Perhaps it's the sense of air brushing the skin. Bringing that sense of touch into your awareness, one heartbeat at a time. I invite you to again bring attention back to the heart and just rest in the knowledge that this is the organ that sustains our life and brings that life force to all of our senses, the root of our flowers. It brings us our outer world so that our inner world may be more rich. We connect through the outer world through the senses, one heartbeat at a time. The flow of life opens and closes, arises and dissolves, one heartbeat at a time. Feel this heartbeat as it enables the flow of life force that allows us to experience the flow of the outer world fully. The 5 flowers rooted by the heart, the eyes, the ears, nostrils, tongue, and skin. Now that your senses are awakened, I invite you to welcome in a place where you would like to be, a place where you feel peaceful or calm, relaxed and quiet. No concerns about the future or past, simply an overwhelming experience of the rightness of things. This place could be outdoors, maybe it's sitting on a beach, a woodland glen, a forest, or maybe it's just the comfort of a lovely space in your own home. Trust whatever image arises in your awareness. And then look around this place. See if there's a comfortable spot to sit or lie down, and rest into that space, surrendering the weight of your body, feeling completely supported. No effort or need to hold yourself up. Breathe in the scent, sight, sounds of this place. Allow the whole experience to permeate your entire being, absorbed into each and every cell with each breath in and each breath out. Feeling through bodily sensations what it is to be safe and at peace. Surrounded, protected in this place where you may rest deeply. Feel how restful and calm you are, feeling more content, relaxed, more grounded than ever before. Know that you may return to your safe place anytime you want or need to. Feel all excess tension and holding carried out with each exhaling breath. Feel your outward attention moving inward. Release any struggle to make anything happen. Relax. Relax deeply. As we enter the next phase of this Yoga Nidra, try to remain as motionless as possible. If you need to move or make an adjustment, do so mindfully and return to stillness as soon as you are able. Resolve to remain awake, staying in touch with the sound of my voice. Allow your entire body to respond to my words directly and non-mentally. Allow any disturbances, external or internal, to draw you more deeply within. In this meditation, you enter the subconscious energetic field. Allow your mind to merge and melt into the energy body and go beyond the boundaries of body and mind. Now shift from thinking and doing to feeling and being. Do absolutely nothing from now on. Simply relax. Drop into the deepest state of tranquility, stillness, and peace in the area of the third eye. Now, your consciousness is in direct communion with your energy body. Now I invite you to follow my guidance as we begin a relaxation breath. Breathing in, deeply fill your lungs from bottom to top, as if you were filling a water bottle. As you breathe out, empty your lungs from the top to the bottom. Allow your breath to be slow and steady. Observe the movement of your abdomen and chest. Stay connected to the wonderful feeling of the release of tension and the deep feeling of relaxation. Allow this feeling to extend to every part of your body. Allow the entire process of breathing to be the vehicle for deepening your relaxation. Create no struggle around breathing as you redirect your full attention to the breath. Use the breath to release any tensions. Slowly deepen your inhalations and exhalations. And if it feels right, I invite you to allow the exhalation to be longer than the inhalation, allowing the flow of your breath to be steady and uniform as much as possible. Now I invite you to bring your attention to the movement of your abdomen and chest as you breathe in and out. With each breath out, release any tension held in your body and anticipation in your mind. With each breath in, fill every nerve and cell with pulsating, healing energy. Relax. Breathing out, let go of holding anywhere in the body, letting go even more. With the next in-breath, visualize your body renewed and revitalized with new life. Empty your body and mind and enter the deeper levels of stillness and silence. Now, return your breath to its normal rhythm and be still. Bring your attention to the pulsating energy field felt in the form of sensations in the body. Observe how your attention feeds the expansion of the pulsating energy field. Energy follows attention. Feel all the tension in your mind and tightness in your muscles melt away. Let all tension simply melt, drain away, and dissolve into the expanding energy field. I invite you to again bring your attention back to the eyebrow center. Recognize your deep connection to the original source of life. The life energy that sustains your life and is an extension of your soul. Drop into that silent space where all doing stops. Experience silence extending everywhere. Enter an effortless state of being. Once again, I invite you to bring your breath into awareness, specifically the breath as it's felt in the nostrils. Sense the movement and stillness, the coolness and warmth, or whatever is present. Devote your attention to the range of sensations derived from the breath moving through the nostrils. With your next inhalation, allow the attention to follow the flow of the breath into the nostrils, back into the sinuses, and down the back of the throat. From here, attention curls forward into the mouth to experience the roof of the mouth, the teeth, the gums, and lips, feeling all of the experiences as a loosely held field of energy, a nebulous cloud of ever-changing sensations. Exhale and allow attention to move forward and outside of the mouth as it broadens upward to include the upper lip, nose, cheeks. Allow the attention to travel to the eyes, forehead, temples, feeling the sensation in the scalp and down the back of the head. Resting here, relax and feel the various sensations present in the entire head. Notice how this mini galaxy of sensation arises in an unbounded space, effortlessly present to all that is within it. Inhale slowly and softly guide attention to the pit of the throat. Simply relax into the experience present at the pit of the throat. Allow attention to flow outward along the collarbones, to the shoulders, and down the arms, wrists, palms, fingers. Simply remain relaxed and receptive to what is, whether that is something or nothing. Allow focus to broaden to include the torso, down into the bowl of the pelvis, behind the pubic bone in the front, to the sacrum in the back. Feeling the sensations and spaciousness present in the form of the hip creases, the buttocks, the area of the groins, and everywhere in and around the pelvic girdle. Allow attention to fill the thighs, knees, shins, ankles, feet, the entire lower body, pelvis, legs and feet, bathed in awareness. Now allow a blanket of attention to cover the feet and shins, thighs and hips, a blanket of attention covering the belly, chest, arms, and head. Breathe and experience the entirety of the body, every sensation in every cell felt simultaneously and equally. Notice how this experience, the experience of the entire body, is happening in a vast, boundless field of evenly hovering awareness. Relax as that space, boundless and free. Just be. Freed from restrictions of mind, divine energy awakens. From this moment on, allow yourself to shift from effort to grace. This is the nourishment of divine energy. Allow this spirit force to work for you, providing you with complete divine protection and guidance. All power is beginning to manifest in your life, giving you a whole new level of vitality, strength, and courage. A new sense of freedom, fulfillment, and joy, filling your heart. Bathe in a complete sense of relief now that you have arrived. Lifetimes of karma dropping away at this moment. You are unburdened and free. Feeling completely at peace with yourself and the world that surrounds you. Feeling very safe in this protection. Your body is luminous, radiant, emanating life from every pore of your skin, manifesting through your eyes. Know that you may return here again and again. The channel is now open. Feel that your whole body and every cell is vibrating at a whole new frequency, different from anything you felt before. The energy field begins to extend beyond your body and spreads everywhere. This is a new dimension, the dimension of being, not doing. Because when you arrive, there is nothing to be done. Give yourself permission to enter into the deepest level of relaxation right now. Nothing to do or achieve. Dissolve and disappear into stillness. Open, empty of all doing, all past, all future. Merge into this space and be empty. Here, your intention and your affirmations are actualized and fulfilled with effortless ease. If you have an intention, I invite you to bring it into your awareness 3 times in the form of words, images, or as a felt sense. If you do not have an intention, just remain silent and allow Spirit, who knows what is best, to do it for you. Allow this intention to go to the deepest levels of recognition with no hesitation. Know that your higher self recognizes, honors, and accepts your intention. Have faith and trust that it has been heard and is being acted upon by a higher power of the source within you. There is no need for you to do anything about it. Bring your attention back to the center between the eyebrows and feel all the energies of your body from all meridians activated, purified, and balanced. All channels are open and the life force is flowing freely, healing the body and calming the mind. Open your heart and feel content. Just experience. Allow your entire self to respond spontaneously and effortlessly to what I next say. I automatically attract the highest and best to myself. I feel the love, light, and grace that has always surrounded me. Every cell in my body is filled with radiant, healing light from within. Establish yourself firmly in faith and trust to receive the grace, protection, and guidance of the higher self within you. The more often you go to your source, the easier it will be to return there, and the longer you may stay there. Feel the presence of your own spiritual guides surrounding you and blessing you. Accept their blessing and grace. Embody it and spread it wherever you go. Now you have prepared the base from where you may carry out interactions with life and interpersonal relationships with the integrative power of love and the source within. You are an emissary of light and love. Carry it everywhere you go and to everyone you meet. If you have an area that you feel needs healing, physical, mental, or emotional, allow this light and love to flow into that area now. Begin to become aware of the rising and falling of the breath. Slowly, feel yourself beginning to rise to the surface of awareness. Sense the body resting on whatever surface it's on, the quality of the air as it touches the skin. Gradually, but only if you feel ready, you may move as if you're waking from a deep sleep. If you're lying down and it feels comfortable, you may want to bend your knees and draw them closer to your chest, perhaps rocking side to side gently. Take your time, do not hurry, and then roll over onto one side, curling up into a fetal position and feeling the warmth and comfort of this position. I invite you to bring your intention back into your awareness one more time. Change nothing. Repeat it to yourself just once. Know that every time you find yourself in reaction, you are empowered to replace it with your intention. You may gradually move and begin to sit up, keeping your eyes closed. Continue to stay deep in this deep inner experience, regardless of what you consciously recognize that has or has not changed. Know that something deep within has shifted to connect you with your intention. Become aware of your body and bring a deep sense of peace and contentment with you as you bring attention back into the body. Notice how relaxed the body is, how soft the breath is, how quiet the mind is, the silence of the heartbeat. Be still and be grateful. Know that you may easily enter here again and again. If you feel ready, you may gradually open your eyes. Tonight's practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete.